I'm real easygoing. Hi there. So this is Ronathan calling from the Corporate Liaison team. How are you doing?
Right. I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Reason for the call is your case has actually been escalated to me here at Corporate. It was actually passed on by someone in our social media team.
Right.
I understand you've got kind of an ongoing complaint. I just wondered, first of all, what happened?
Oh, well, it's pretty simple. In a way, it's a little frustrating that it's difficult to get anyone that has any sort of discretion to do basic things that other lodging companies are able to do pretty easily. So I use Airbnb for business travel quite a bit.
Yeah.
Usually I book myself, and so my name is associated with the invoice. But sometimes, including a trip that I just completed and an upcoming trip in Germany, I book with somebody else. And on some occasions, that somebody else is at a different university than the one that I work with. And so my university offices need to see my name on invoices in order to reimburse me for expenses. It seems like a really easy fix for a tech platform. Certainly something that hotels have no problem accommodating, but there's no flexibility within your system to add anyone's name to an invoice that wasn't the person who booked the accommodation. And so I had been sort of sent back and forth between agents who, through no fault of their own, really couldn't help me with anything. Talked to supervisors and your customer support team, and they couldn't help me with anything and said that there was no further place for it to escalate.
Yeah.
And that's when I went on to Twitter and ended up, I suppose, connected with you via a post that I made there.
Okay. So, yeah, here's the thing, JP. We do that for security reasons. So when we produce an invoice, it has to have the name of the person that booked the reservation and paid for the reservation on the invoice, which is essentially the only legitimate way to do business. So I don't know what other, you mentioned you'd stayed with some other kind of accommodation providers that were willing to.
Hotels can do this and do in fact do this all the time.
Absolutely. The thing with a hotel is that the owner or the manager there would have discretion if he wants to commit what is essentially fraud by editing an invoice to put a different name on there.
It's not editing the invoice. It's just confirming
have.
that there were two guests staying in the room, and so there's no fraudulent thing there.
Well, hold on a minute. That's not what you. That's not what. Well, hold on a minute. First of all, that's not what you said, and second of all the bookings would state the number of guests. If you're saying that's the only problem, that's ludicrous because your booking would have the number of guests on it already.
It doesn't say my name is one of the guests
because
so that's factually incorrect.
No, it says the number of guests though. It's not factually incorrect. I said it would state the number of guests, which it indeed does. I didn't say it would state your name. So you're just putting words in my mouth there to try and make an argument. That's not going to work.
They're not engaging in any fraud by confirming that I was person.
And they do, They confirm that a second person was there, but the invoice will only state the name of the person that paid the invoice. That's for legal reasons. You understand that? Otherwise, people could commit massive tax fraud. You could have two different people with the same invoice claiming tax. That's why we don't do it.
All it needs to say somewhere is that there were two guests with the following.
It does. It says it on the app. It says it on the email you receive. It says the name of the hotel you're staying in, and it says the number of guests.
It does not, in fact, say
it says the number of guests. No, it doesn't say your name. Again,
my name is the number of guests.
No. But your name is not a number. Your name is not a number. You're making a ridiculous argument here. It does say the number of guests. It doesn't state any secondary guest's name. No. We're not disagreeing on that, but you seem to be able to try to twist that and make it some kind of argument. No one is disputing that. What we're saying is that we're not going to add your name to the invoice to indicate that you may have paid for it when in fact that you didn't, and you're just some.
That's not what I'm asking you to do.
Well, essentially, you are. You're obviously some deadbeat company employee that doesn't get much respect around there, because obviously the company you work for could easily
talk to your client.
Well, the company you work for could put your name on the invoice if they had any respect for you. You're asking us to do it because you're obviously doing some kind of tax thing or whatever, and I get that. But
no, that's false. It's
okay.
very common. I'm a university
It is very
professor, first of all,
very
so
common.
Please treat me with some respect.
What do you teach? What do you teach?
Hostile.
I'm not being hostile, sir. What do you teach out of interest?
You are being hostile. You just told me that I was a deadbeat.
What do you teach?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because we have like high-level company employees, and their company will just put their name on it if they need to, but usually they don't care about it because they're not bothered about some tiny tax return or whatever from some company trip.
My company. Do you understand that I book my own travel?
What do you teach? What do you teach? I'm genuine.
I teach ethics, sir.
Ethics. Oh.
Professional ethics.
Ethics. Okay, so yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
I'm not doing anything shady at all.
No, I'm not implying you're doing anything shady.
You actually did. You called me a deadbeat, my friend, and you told me I was engaged in some low-level shady tax fraud. It's actually
kind of what it.
I don't think I've ever been talked to in this way by somebody who's reaching out on behalf of a company that I would have assumed wanted to keep my business. I thought that was the purpose of your call.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, sir. You're bringing into question whether or not we do need your business. I'm tempted to put a permanent hold on the account based on the way you're interacting with me here.
Based on what?
Well, you're getting angry
based on
and
asking for some. I said, here's the thing that I asked your customer service people to do.
But you're getting angry and making now personal remarks about my conduct.
You're the one who called me a deadbeat, sir. I apologize if I raised my voice in response, but I was just trying to explain to you what happened.
Right.
But
you're implying that I'm being less than professional here, and that is not the case.
You literally called me a deadbeat on a recorded line. I think whoever listens to those recorded lines for quality assurance purposes or whatever might beg to differ with who escalated this situation. Here's one thing that I asked that was short of the way that I described it first, which was just some confirmation that indicated my full name as a person who was staying in the accommodation. And that's an email that anyone can send.
Right, but how would the person send? Yeah, but it is fraudulent. How would the person sending?
How is it fraudulent?
How would the person? Well, let me explain to you. If you'll shut up for a minute. How would the person sending?
Shut up.
Yeah, how would the person at corporate sending the email know for certain specifically who stayed in that room on that night without having been there? They wouldn't, and so they would have absolutely no grounds to put that on a legal document and send it to you for tax purposes. Okay, that is why they don't do that.
To be sent for tax purposes, to be
well, whatever purposes it would have tax implications if you were able to produce a receipt with your name specifically on it, stating that you paid for a hotel room at X amount of dollars. You could claim that back.
I was not asking for it.
Whereas in fact, the company that's actually paid for it would already receive tax benefit for that, and thus you would be committing fraud.
I think you're misapprehending.
No. I know exactly what you're trying to do here, buddy. I know exactly what you're trying to do.
I paid.
You are. Listen, pal. You are one step away from me getting a supervisor in here and escalating this.
Are you not a supervisor? I would love to get a supervisor in here. You've told me to shut up. You've called me a deadbeat, and you're accusing me of some serious illegal misconduct.
Well, no, you are. That's what you've confessed to during the course of this call.
That's in fact untrue.
Well,
I have not
in fact
or indicated that I want a statement indicating
not only that, but you have
accommodation.
been highly disrespectful to me. Highly disrespectful to me.
I have not. I have not been disrespectful.
You have shown no respect at all.
I did not call you a deadbeat.
Okay, look, look. So I'm not going to argue about this anymore. I'm going to bring my supervisor in here, okay, and you can explain to them exactly what it is you're trying to do here. How about that?
Sure, that would be great.
Hold the line. One moment, sir. Just you hold the line.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
This is Hazel Franklin speaking. How may I assist
Hazel.
you? Hi. Is this, okay. Thank you so much. Go ahead, please. How may I assist you?
Well, first of all, the previous person I was talking with called me a lowlife and told me to shut up in the course of the call. Is that typical for the kind of customer service that Airbnb strives for?
I'm sorry? He called you a what and a what?
A lowlife and told me to shut up in the course of our call after asking me to explain a situation.
He told you
Which
to
I
shut
didn't
up.
even call him. He called me.
I've never heard of such a thing. What did he say to you? Our customer service representative.
I'm sorry?
Our customer service representative said these things to you?
Whoever just forwarded me to you saying that you were his supervisor?
Oh my goodness. Well, those calls are recorded, and I'm definitely going to pull that call and listen to it.
I'm aware. So, I mean, I was just trying to explain. I had been trying to get some help with some business travel, and it became very clear to me that it wasn't possible. So I sort of gave up, and I'm just trying to deal with this internally at my institution. If you'd like, I can explain what was going on. I had just given
the
up.
Macron Institution
really
for the criminally insane? Is it the Macron Institution?
Sorry?
Sorry, you said your institution? Did you say the Macron Institution?
No. I work at a university. I use Airbnb.
Oh, I thought
for
you said the
personal
Macron
travel
Institution for the criminally insane.
For business travel.
Got it.
And what I was trying to get help with is a colleague of mine at a different university, and I split an Airbnb. And my first line of query was whether there was any ability to split payments through the app. And that wasn't possible, although it's possible on lots of other sort of, I don't know, what do they call you now? Intermediary apps. So Uber
well, unfortunately, ethically, we're not able to split it because of the liability of the rental of the property needs to fall under the one person who's renting it. We can't share the liability.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I hadn't been told that particular thing. I suppose I can.
It's not ethical.
Understand. Yeah, is it not ethical? I mean, it seems like people split hotel rooms and stuff all the time and have two cards.
It's different
on file.
with an Airbnb because we're contracted through the party who rented their room, and it's not like a hotel where it's a direct liability with the actual owned property. There's like an intermediary. There's the person renting the room. You know, we're in the middle. We're actually just conducting business between two different parties, as you know. So it's really not able for us to do it that way. So that's why we're not able to have two people on the reservation. Again, it's done through a single person each time. So usually the person who books it is the person who the actual contract is with, if that makes sense to you at this time.
Yeah, it sort of does, except that in lots of situations, multiple people are on contracts. But I understand if there's some very good reason for this. I was just trying to explain what I was hoping for and trying to get clarity. But again, I had given up on this. So
what is it that you would like? Maybe I can help you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might be true. Anyway, I was just trying to explain the situation to the person who called me. And yeah, that was the conversation that yielded this intemperate.
Well, what is the final thing? What is the final resolution that you're seeking? What is it that you would like?
So I had been hoping that Airbnb might be able to confirm that I was listed on the app as a person who was on the trip via an email, because
sure.
Okay, I was told no on that. The previous thing I had been hoping for.
No, we're not really supposed to do it. But what I can do is I can just Photoshop the certificate to put your name on it and send it over to you.
And so and that is exactly what I had proposed to a number of people. I sort of went back and forth between a bunch of people who have no discretion of that sort, and gave up.
So you just want us to Photoshop? You just want us to Photoshop it? Yeah.
Totally. That's pretty much all I want. And in the course of asking,
you want us to Photoshop, sir? You want us to Photoshop a receipt?
Yes, not in a way that
what you're
indicates
saying?
that I paid anything for the accommodation,
Sir,
but in a way that lists me.
Are you crazy? That's illegal. That's unethical. I can report you.
Sorry, I'm not asking for it to say that I paid for anything. I don't know the law on this front.
You can't Photoshop a receipt.
Well, that was your suggestion. That was not my suggestion.
But then you told me I have you recorded saying, I want you to Photoshop the receipt.
Or send me an email that verifies that I was present and also listed on the accommodation. I just need.
Do you want me to close his account, ma'am?
I was looking for Scobie in frauds. Or Ned, or whoever's available in frauds.
I have the fraud. I have the fraud department. Hold on, sir. Hold on a moment. Don't speak for a moment, sir. I have the fraud department on the other line now. I believe we have Ned in the fraud department on line 2. Hold on a second. He's only been listening for the last minute or so when he made that remark. Hold on.
Sorry,
Ned, are you on the line?
Just one moment.
Sir,
just one
don't
moment.
speak, sir.
I have Nettie McFetty on the line.
Ned, we have a code 2.
Yeah, it's McFetty here. I've been listening for the last 2.5 minutes.
Did you get the fraud flag?
Did you hear what he said about
wants you to Photoshop the receipt?
Yeah,
that's not. In
he
fact
just asked a member of corporate office
I don't want a receipt confirming that I
no.
confirmation that I was on the thing.
We have two. Witnesses.
The way that I resolved
Is Scobie McGuire here? Is Judge Weisenheimer on the line? I need this.
Hold on one second. I just gotta do something, guys. Hold on.
Recording saved.
That recording has been double backed up now of him saying that.
Sir, we're going to have to do a quick telecourt verification with you now. You realize that?
Oh, my God.
I don't understand what's happening on this call.
Judge Weisenheimer, did someone page me?
Judge Weisenheimer, yes. Yeah, we've just had a recorded case of attempted fraud on the line. Sending you over.
That's not true.
I'm sorry, if the witness could be quiet for a moment, please. So this has now entered very serious. He hung up, damn it, we nearly had it.
Hello.
Hey, JP, it's Ron Blackman calling. I just wanted to make you aware that you are our Wanker of the Week this week. Congrats.
What?
Yep, listen.
What are you
Listen.
Lights flash and the crowd cheers loud.
Keep listening.
Wanker of the Week, that's what we're proud.
That's you.
Spin the wheel, see who takes the crown.
Spin the wheel.
Wanker of the Week, come on, gather round. Wanker of the Week, Wanker of the Week, who'll it be? Let's take a peek. Wanker of the Week, Wanker of the Week, cheer 'em on, those spirits will sweep.
You're a Wanker of the Week this week.
I don't understand what this is.
Every week we nominate a customer who's the biggest wanker of the entire week, and it's you this week. You're the Wanker of the Week. Listen.
Oh my God. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I can hear your music.
You're the biggest clown on the throne. You're the Wanker of the Week. Wanker of the Week, 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 Wanker of the Week,
Wanker of the Week.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay, everybody! He's the Wanker of the Week! Yay!
Congrats!
What a wanker!
Congrats, JP. You're the biggest wanker we've spoken to this week.
What an absurd display of professionalism and correspondence.
You want to hear the song again? Let's hear it again.
Wait, we have another version. Hold on.
Oh, hang on.
Oh wait, Belfast has one too.
Super amused by this.
Stay on the line. Stay on the line.
No, hang on.
Stay on the line.
Wait.
Hang on, you'll understand after the second song.
Wanker of the week, that's what we're proud.
Wanker of the week.
Wanker of the week. Wanker of the week.
Wanker of the week.
Wanker of the week. Wanker of the week.
Wanker of the week. It's catchy, huh, JP?
Wanker of the week.
Cheer him on, everybody. He's a great
Yay.
big idiot.
Hey, JP,
Yay.
did you like the first version or the second version of the song better, just for our records?
Which one do you prefer?
This is amazing. I think, honestly, I like the second version better.
Me too. You know what? There, we can agree on that. I like the second one too. Good choice.
Well,
we're gonna play it for you.
I don't think I've ever been treated this way by any company. So this is impressive to me.
Well, that's because you're the. Let's hear it.
Hold on a second, because we have
Hold
another.
No.
Hold on, the AI computer has made a whole song. It's been listening to us, and it's crafted a whole song specifically about
Just
JP.
for you, JP. Here you go.
Hold on a minute. It's rendering. It's called this song. The AI has decided to name it.
Just surprise him.
No,
surprise
the
him.
AI has decided to name it JP's Tax Games. Here we go.
JP likes to play his game, hides his cash without shame. In the shadows he will creep, while the taxman tries to sleep. He's got tricks up his sleeve, all the honest ones to see. Laughing as he dodges dues, breaking all the fiscal rules. Oh, JP, you're a wanker with your fraud and dirty planner. Living large, avoiding fees, paying none but taking peace.
JP, did you hang up? I think he hung up. He didn't.
I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life when the song was on. He's like, I don't understand.